Hello there, I'm the Biblical Translator, and today's scripture is taken from Luke 5:33. And as you know, I get up every morning and I read a section from the Bible, and if it inspires me, I share it with you. And if I do not feel anything, or if I don't get anything, I tend not to say much. Sometimes I find that I force it and I can feel that it's forced, and if I do that, I tend to delete the video, especially when I don't get any comments, because I prefer to speak on something that I feel, as opposed to trying to make sense. Sometimes it's not the right time. I don't know how you feel, but sometimes you want to say something or you want to explain something and you find it very, very difficult to articulate. I have that problem sometimes. I know what's going on in my head, but to articulate it, it doesn't come out right. And in that case, I try not to do a video. And if I do a video, I'll withdraw it if I think it doesn't sound right. So today, Luke 33, let me read it to you and tell you what I've got from it. And I titled this one, Everything Has Its Place and Time. One day, some people said to Jesus, John the Baptist's disciples fast and pray regularly, and so do the disciples of the Pharisees. Why are your disciples always eating and drinking? Jesus responded, Do wedding guests fast while celebrating with the groom? Of course not. But someday the groom will be taken from them, and then they will fast. Then Jesus gave them this illustration. No one tears a piece of cloth from a new garment and uses it to patch an old garment, for then the new garment would be ruined, and the new patch wouldn't even match the old garment. And so what I got from this is everything in its place and everything has its time. Some people fast just because of a religious regime. They feel as though it's something that they've got to do. But to me, Jesus is saying you don't fast unnecessarily. You'll have an opportunity to fast. It will be forced on you. It's like when we notice recently how products are disappearing from the shelves. You're having less choices. When you're going for prescriptions, all of a sudden they're out of stock. You can't get them anywhere to be found. And you can get the feeling that rationing is coming our way. And so we don't have to fast now when we don't need to, unless you want to do it for a particular reason. You're going to have an opportunity where you can't do anything else but fast, because whether it's through grief or mourning, because what he was saying is that the groom might be taken away from you, and then you'll have an opportunity to fast. But while he's alive, you can enjoy being with him, enjoy his company, and celebrate with him. When he's gone, you won't be able to do that. And similarly, when things aren't available to you, you will not be able to access them. So it's a bit like make hay while the sun shines. Do what you can, while you can, with what you can. And sometimes people want to improvise. They try to improvise and they try to mix and match. Like he was talking about the old wine skins, and also the patching an old piece of material with a new piece of cloth, and you actually damage the original piece of cloth by improvising or compromising. It's about keeping things whole, keeping things credible, keeping the original purpose of an act or a thing, and only improvising when you really, really have to, because everything has its time and everything has its place. An old garment shouldn't be patched with a new piece of cloth because it's old. It needs to be probably discarded, or you'll patch it with something similar, the same vein that the old garment is in. And likewise, you wouldn't get a new garment and destroy it just for the hell of it, just so you can help, or just so you can make an old garment look better. Sometimes things have had their time. Their value is gone. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to let it go. But we have a lot of people who try to improvise. Improvise is the right word. They try to improvise, and by improvising, it's taking something away. So all we need to know from this passage, from what I see, is that don't do anything you don't need to do. There'll be plenty of opportunities to do what you want to do. And while you have the opportunity, just do it. Like I said, the world is subtly changing, and we kind of get hints of what's going on. It's like I was reading somewhere that, the C400, C40 agenda is going to reduce cars by 95%, private owned cars. That is the game. That is the plan to create a green economy. I doubt if it's going to happen anytime soon, but it's like 95%. If the private owned cars are going to be reduced by 95%, who are the 5% who are going to own those cars? And then you have to think, okay, that's like car rationing, isn't it? So while you've got a car, you enjoy your car. While you've got space to walk and go places, and freedom to walk and go places and fly to places, you take advantage of that time. You don't wait until, whether it's lockdowns or whatever is out there, because we do not know what's happening from one day to the next. We don't wait until these things are forced upon us and then say, oh, if only I'd known. So it is a bit like enjoying life while you can. If you've got a new coat, enjoy the new coat. Don't go and destroy it and mess it up just because, there's something out there that's of less value that you think you can help with. Just know your value, know your worth, know what you deserve. You deserve the best while you can access the best. I don't know if this is making sense, but I think that's what I picked up out of that passage anyway. Might make sense to you, it may not. I'd like to think that, especially in today's times, when we have situations that are being hinted, but we're not quite sure what's happening, that this is when we are a little bit more alert and we try to protect and safeguard ourselves during these times. That whatever we have that, you kind of, you can either put it down for later. It's almost like preparation, I guess. You can either enjoy it now and forget about tomorrow. Eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow we die, have that kind of philosophy. Or you can think, if there's going to be a ration, I'm going to start accumulating stuff. But you'll find that if there was a ration and you started accumulating stuff, like I remember when we had the lockdown and they showed us videos of an Asian family and they had a literal room stacked up of goods, toilet rolls, everything. And I thought, whoa. But if there was really a ration, the army would come in and take all that stuff anyway. So I think the message really is, live for today, do your best for today, show your generosity today, your love today. Whatever you can do today, you do it. You don't think, down the road, I'll be able to do this in 2 months' time. I'll be able to do this in 3 months' time. Or when I'm going to get an opportunity, I'll do this. No, the time is now. The time is now. And I'm the Black-Bright Counsellor, Black-Bright Translator, Black-Bright Biblical Translator. I don't even know, I've got so many hats. But yeah, I'm the Biblical